Hey, Machinery Pete here. This week's question is a little bit different. Not from a farmer who's looking to buy or sell a piece of equipment, but actually the question came to me from a finance director of a local church here in Rochester, Minnesota. It seems they had a longtime member that had passed away and left his estate to the church, including some old farm machinery that hadn't been used for years. So they got in touch with me looking for some help, hoping I could tell them what this stuff might be worth. So we kind of have a two-part problem today. First we have to find out what this old machinery is, and then we have to find out what it's worth. So first, let's take a look here and go see what we're looking at. Well, obviously the equipment has been shedded somewhat over the years, but I've been advised it's not in the greatest condition. Well, let's see what we're looking at here. Well, looks like we've got an old Farmall Super C here to start with. With an interesting cab. So that is one thing. Possibly an old threshing machine in the back of the shed here. And I believe we have an old Allis-Chalmers Tractor hiding right over here with a do-all loader. Let's see what model tractor we've got. Looks like a D17 with a do-all loader. Now let's take a look at what these two tractors might be worth. Here's a list of Farmall Super C tractors I've seen sold at auction the last couple years. But this list is special. It only shows Super Cs sold that were listed in either fair or poor condition. A few sold for under $1,000 on the low end, it looks like. Many more from $1,000 to $1,600. In case you're wondering how high nice Super Cs have been selling at auction, our data shows them running from the low $3,000 range up to the high 4,000s. 4,900 is the highest sale price I've seen in the last 4 years. Now let's take a look at the Allis-Chalmers D17s I've seen sold at auction the last 2 years. Never a good sign when trees are growing out of a piece of farm equipment. I don't think this piece is worth too much. Well, here's shed number 2, and I think there's actually, I saw some orange paint back in there. I think we might have an Allis baler. Let's see if we can get through here and go take a look. Yep, it looks like, I believe, an Allis 303 baler is what we have here. Actually, it looks like it's in halfway decent condition. Old Allis-Chalmers square balers are exceedingly rare to find sold at auction. I scoured our auction results database going back 13 plus years and found just these 3 sold at auction. Here's one of the mystery pieces today. Improved number 4. And I believe we have one more machinery shed back around the corner here. I don't think that's it. There we go. Let's see what we have in here. I think we've got another tractor. Alright, let's see what we've got in the shed here. I'll just pry the door open. And get out the old flashlight. I think we've got a Farmall. Looks like an F12. Right here for tractor number 1. You can see a little bit of the condition, missing the seat obviously. Way back in the corner of the shed we've got, looks like a green tractor with a John Deere. I think it's an MT. Yep, there we go. An old MT. Needs a little TLC, I think. Here are lists of Farmall F12s and John Deere MTs I've seen sold at auction over the last few years. Once again, only the ones listed in fair or poor condition are shown. Well, there you go. We found ourselves 4 antique tractors and an old Allis-Chalmers baler on our little treasure hunt today. And we learned a little bit about what they might be worth. I think I'll tell the folks at the church maybe to give my friends with Galing Auction down in Preston, Minnesota a call. Ron and his son Matt have about 3-4 big consignment sales every year. And hopefully the church can get these items down to the sale and get them sold, maybe free up some cash that they can put to good use. But you know what? We do have one piece of equipment I forgot to show you here. And here it is. It's an old Chevy Car. Let's go take a look. Now, you know, I'm not much of an old car guy, but I would say this one needs just a little bit of work. Let's check out the interior. Well, use your imagination. How Machinery Pete, see you at the sales. If by chance you're interested in any of the equipment shown in today's video, or if you'd like to submit your own Ask Machinery Pete question for me to answer, drop me a note at greg@machinerypete.com.